A humble tribute of praise to Sri Sainath. I bow down to Sri Ganesh. O my Resha, you are the one on whom we depend. O son of Gauri, the all-knowing, O you inconceivable one, you with an immeasurable belly, protect me, O Sri Ganapati. You are the first and foremost of all the jnanas and of all the deities. Therefore, you are called Ganesh. You are acknowledged by all the Shastras. You of skate countenance, O Balachandra. O Sharda, goddess of speech, you are the mistress of the realm of words. Because of your existence, all worldly transactions are carried on. You are the deity revered by all authors. You are eternally the pride of this nation. Your infinite power prevails everywhere. I bow to you, Jagadambe. You are the supreme spirit and beloved of the saints, incarnation in human form of Pandariraya. You are the ocean of kindness and infinite companion, O Panduranga Narahari. You who control the world like a puppet with these strings, your omnipresence, all the sciences and scale books are still delving to plumb the essence of your nature, those who are pedagogues to those you are not revealed, O Chakrapani, all those foolish people only indulge in the jugglery of words. Only the saints understands you, others remain baffled. To you my obeisance, respectful and with my whole body prostrate in veneration before you. O you five-headed Shankara, you wearer of garland of skulls. O you blue-throated Digambara, O you Brahmapura Pasupati, one who recites your name all the time is worldly advertised or immediately dissolved, such is, O Durjati, the power of your name. With obeisance at your feet, I am writing this paean of praise. Help me always to complete this mission. O you, Nilakanta, the blue-throated one. Now let me bow to the son of Atri Dattatreya, to the family deity of Indra, Vishnu, to Tukaram and all other saints, so also to all the devotees. Hail, hail to you, Sainath, Redeemer of sinners and merciful one. I lay my head down at your feet. Now give me your protection. You are the whole world, the abode of bliss. You yourself are Vishnu, the paragon among men, one whose wife is Uma. You are also that enemy of Cupid. You are God in human form. You are the sun in the sky of knowledge. You are the ocean of kindness. You are the antidote for worldly maladies. You are the Chintamani of the poor and the downtrodden. You are the divine purifier, Ganga's rivers for your devotees. You are a raft for those drowning in worldliness. You are the refuge of the timid. You are the very cause of the creation, that which is pure Chaitanya. You are that very treasure of companion. The universe is only one of your leelas. You are not born. Death also does not affect you. This is the final conclusion which one arrives at after a thoughtful search. Birth and death, these concepts are born of ignorance. From both you are free of, Lord of course. If water appears as a spring, does it imply this that its source is there? It excited already full and flesh, merely sprang up from within the earth. Water that springs up in a hollow is therefore so described or named. A spring before becomes its proper name. Without the water, it is only a hollow, to spring up and to dry up and disappear. This is not the nature of water, because the water of the spring has no importance for the hollow it fills. It is only the hollow that is mistakenly proud of itself rather than the water that filled it. Therefore, when the water dries up, the hollow becomes impoverished. The human body is really like the hollow water bed. The spirit pure energy is like the pure clean water of the spring. Although there are innumerable such hollows, the essence is the same in everyone. Therefore, you who are without a beginning, I say to you, merciful one, to destroy the mountain of ignorance, please become the thunderbolt of Indra. Until now, such halos beings have excited in large numbers on this earth. Many more exits even now and in the future. As time goes by, many more will come. Each such halo being is given a separate and different name and appearance. That is how in this world they are identified. Therefore, to distinguish that spirit, in terms of you and me is not proper, because as there is no duality, that itself is not surely the spirit. And since the spirit truly encompasses the whole world, then the you and me, the duality concept, how can it possibly be entertained? Water latent in the clouds is all the same, but when it descends upon the earth, it assumes different forms. That which falls in the Godavari bed is known as the river Godavari. That which falls into a well does not have the same worthlessness or prestige. Saints are the river Godavari, and you are the water in it. We are the puddles, wells, and lakes. That is the difference between us. For the fulfillments of our lives, we must surrender to you always with folded hands, because you are the embodiment of piety. It is due to its waterbed that the waters of Godavari have become holy. Considered merely as water, it's the same everywhere. The bed of Godavari that is considered as truly sacred owes all its sanctity to the quality of the land through which it flows. The water latent in the clouds does not alter that part of the earth on which it falls. It that a very part of the earth it called Godavari or pure by the scholars of the state books. Where the water has fallen elsewhere, it has acquired the qualities of the soil of those places. Contaminated, bitter, salty, it becomes though originally sweet. Same is the case with you, O Guru Raya, is in whom there is no impurity of the six vices to that holy form. This title, saint, is befitting. Therefore, saints or Godavari so full of grace. All among all the beings, your place is the highest. From the beginning of creation, Godavari has been in existence. It has been full of water, and it has never lacked it till today. Look, the enemy of Ravan came to the banks of Godavari, but its water has flowed, and the water at present is not the same as old water. The bed alone remains the same. The water have flowed into the ocean. The sanctity is eternal of the river bed to this day. Each year, the old waters go and the new flow into the river bed. It's the law, as you know. A century is like a year. The sages of that century are like the flowing waters, while the great souls are like the waves on the water. Of these saints who are called Godai, in the early centuries there was a great flood of Sanadan, followed by the Naradan Tumbar, Dhruva, Prahalad, powerful king Bali, Shabari, Angad, Vayukumar, Vidur, Gopi, Gopika. Thus many came the present times. In each of the centuries in the past, the floods came repeatedly, which I am unable to recount. In this present century, the state Godavari has for certain flooded this land in your form, O Saina. Therefore, at your divine feet, I make obeisance, Maharaj, of my fault. Take no notice, I plead. I am a poor, wretched, ignorant man, the greatest of sinners, ridden with vices, but do not cast me off. The inherent defects of iron are ignored by Parisha. The small streams of the village, Lendibag, are not rejected by the Godavari. I am full of vices within. By your merciful plans, do you quickly destroy them? This only is the plea of Das is if after coming in contact with the Parisha, the iron's inherent defects do not change Guruvara, then it is to the discredit of the Parisha. Don't let me be a sinner, don't belittle yourself. Look, you are Parisha, I am the iron. My discourage is your concern too. A child always commits mistake, but a mother does not scold. Remembering this, grant me your grace, O Sadguru Sainath, you are Kalputra, you are the means for crossing this worldly ocean. You alone also, undoubtedly. You are Kamadhenu, you are Chintamani, you are the sun in the sky of knowledge, you are the great mine of riches. O you are the ladder to heaven. O pious, purest one, O embodiment of peace and bliss, O the Supreme Self, O the non-dual one, the ocean of knowledge, O incarnation of the supreme wisdom, the best among men, O abode of forgiveness and peace, O refuge of devotees, bless me, you are the Sadguru Machinder, you are the Mahatma Jalandhar, you are the Nivruttinath, Dhyaneshwar, Kabir, Sheikh Mohammed, Eknath, you are the Bodhala, you are the Savatmali, You are truly Ramdas, you are Tukaram Sainath, you are Saka, you are Manik Prabhu. Your presence, manifestations, and your manifold nature are really difficult to understand. The knowledge about your caste and creed you do not reveal to anybody. Some say you are a Muslim, some say you are a Brahmin. Thus, like Krishna, you two are inscriptable. Having observed Sri Krishna, different people called him by various names. Some call him Yadu Bhushan, some call him a cowherd. Yashoda called him a darling. Kamsa called him the great evil. Buddha called him beloved. Arjun called him omniscient. Thus, O Guruvara, to you, according to each person's conclusion, based on his mental attitude, names are given by them. The masjid being your dwelling and your yours not being pierced, nothing you are offering the Fatiha. To call you a Muslim is logical. Similarly, considering the worship of fire as done by you, Lord of Mercy, my own conclusion is that you are a Hindu. But this superficial differences could interest only pedagogues, but for those devotees, desires of knowledge, they are of no consequence. You are Brahma itself. Caste and creed have no relevance to you. You are the Guru Supreme. You are the creator of this world. There was Hindu-Muslim rivalry, therefore, to bring about unity and amity. The masjid and the five worships were embraced by you. To show your Leela to the devotees, you are behind caste and creed, you are the Brahman. The essence of truth, you are that verify, you are behind human conception, giving free rein to sunrises and conjectures. Arguments have flourished about you, therefore my insignificant words, how will they prevail? But when I behold you, I cannot remain silent, because for encomiasm words and normally the only means, therefore by means of words, whatever description is possible, that I will always prefer with your grace, Saint, I reckon higher than gods. For distinctions such as mine and thine, find out a place in their proximity. Hiranyakashipu and Ravana were killed because of their hatred of God. Such a deed has never been done by saints. Gopichand in the heap of garbage buried Jalandhar, but the sage had no rancor for that act. On the country, the king was delivered from the material world and was immortalized. That was the powers of the saints. It is incredible. Saints are the suns, their grace is illuminating. Saints are of pleasing as the moon. Their beginnings is as gentle as moonlight. Saints are the soothing musk. These blessings are like its fragrance. Saints are the juicy sugar cane. Their blessings are like its sweetness. Saints towards the good and the bad are the same. Definitely, on the contrary, their love for the sinners is immeasurable. Is the waters of Godavari. Only the soiled cloths came to be cleansed. The clean ones in a trunk remained from the Godavari banks. Even that which remained in the trunk came once to be cleansed thoroughly on the Godavari banks. The trunk is the eternal abode. You are Godavari, unshakable faith is the gut. All beings are the garments full of impurity, comprising six vices. The darshan of your feet, it's like a bath in the Godavari. Wash away my sins, O Samarth, and purify me. We worldly people gather layers of impurities again and again. Therefore, we are the right people for the darshan of saints. Is the abundant waters of the Godavari comes to the wash to be cleansed as the guts. If it is really left unattended, then it is discredit to the Godavari. You are the cool, shady tree with abundant foliage. We are the travelers really suffering from the scorching sun rays of the threefold calamities of life. From that blazing heat of compassionate one, protect us, O Guru Raya. The beginning grace of your cool shade is extraordinary. If one feels the heat of the sun, then who will call the tree the shade giving tree? Look, without your grace, nothing can be right in the world. Sheshai befriended Arjuna to uphold the right due to the kindness of Sugriv. Bibhishana came in contact with King Ram. It is due to the saints that Sri Hari is thus glorified. Brahman, being formless, we thus cannot describe it, be endowing it with forms. The saints have reduced the importance of the formless. Vaikuntapati. husband of Rukmani, was made a mahar by Damaji to pick up compress of buffaloes. Chokar Mela made Jagat Atma, knowing the powers of saints. Jagjeevan labored by carrying water. Saints have truly loaded over God Himself, who is eternal truth, knowledge, bliss. There is no need to speak more. You are our mother and our father. O Sadguru Saina, jeweler of Shirdi village Baba, your Leelas no one can truly comprehend. Then my pleading speech, how can it do justice? Tell me. To save the sinners, you came to Shirdi, pouring water into earthen lamps. You made them burn. The wooden plank of absolutely small measures you turned into your bed truly, therefore, thereby displaying to the devotees your amazing yogic powers. The barrenness of many women, you have completely deserved that disease of many, you have cured with the Udi. To ward off early difficulties, it's not impossible for you. The weight of an ant does the elephant considered as a burden. So be the Guru Raya, have mercy on the humble one. I surrender at your feet. Do not turn me away. You are the King of kings. You are the richer than Kubera himself. You are the heater par excellence. No one is superior to you. For the worship of other deities, the ritual is prescribed, but for your worship, there is nothing worthy of you. Look in the realm of the sun, the festival of Deepavali has come. But to celebrate it, what shall be the means to quench the oceans? Thirst adequate water cannot be found on earth. To warm the fire from where will the heat be found? All articles needed for the worship are filled with your essence. From the beginning, they are part of you. O Sti Samartha Guru Raya, all my talk is a philosophical statement, for I have not experienced its truth. I have spoken without experience, a meaningless maze of words. Ritualistic worship of you is to be performed by me. To do that, I have no wherewithals. My Samartha Guru Raya, mostly with the help of my imagination only, will I worship you. That worship itself, O compassionate one, do accept from this sheaf. Now with my tears I bath your feet, the sandalwood of true devotion I make into paste and apply the long tunic kafni of these ornamentical words. I place on you sincerely this garland of adoration I place round your neck. The incense of illness I burn before you truly, though it is of impure compulsion, even then there will be no foul order from it. He'll swear then before the Sadguru, if burnt, what happens to that incense is like this. When the incense is put on the fire, the moment it actually touches it, the fragrance from the incense leaves it instantly before you. It's the contrary. The impurity is borne away in the fire. The good remains forever for the world to see. Once the vilness of the mind is burnt away, the mind will become purer. Once the Ganga impurity is gone, then it is a holy naturally. The light of temptations I kindle most truly, from which may the luster of assistance be granted to me, O Guru Varai. The throne of pure faith I offer you as a seat. On receiving it, accept the offering, Naivedya of devotion. You sparkle the offerings of devotion. Give me the essence because I am your child. I have a claim on your milk. My mind is my monetary offering, dakshinas that I offer to you. Therefore, the credit or discredit of any action will no longer be mine. Now, most humbly and devotedly, I do obeisance to you. Please accept it, O divine Sainath, possessing peaceful mind and wisdom, supreme Sainath, the compassionate. You are the ocean of kindness, truth incarnate and destroyer of the darkness of ignorance, the sage behind caste and creed. You are behind compassionate, companion incarnate. Protect me, O Sainath of Shirdi. You are the son of divine knowledge, the bestower of choicest blessings. O Favorite Amsa of the minds of the devotees, protector, you are those who surrender to me. You are Brahmdev, creator of the world. You are the sustainer of the world, Vishnu, the destroyer of the three worlds. You are that very Rudra. There is no place on this earth where you are not. Omit and so you, Sainath, you deal in all our hearts. Forgive us all our sins, I implore you, and those beeves of doubts and delusions repel instantly. You are cow, I the calf. You are moon, the I the stone, melted by its light at your feet, which are like the gangers. Respectfully, the slave thus bows down. Place on my head your hand and bless me, O Lord, wars of my sorrow and worry. For this Sano is your servant. With this eightfold prayer, I prostrate myself before my sins, demerit, suffering, and poverty. Word of immediately. You are the cow, and I the calf. You are mother, and I the child. Do not harbor my harsh feelings towards me. You are the sandalwood from Malay girl. I am a thorny shrub. You are the life-changing, life-giving waters of Godavari, eye of the greatest of sinners. If after having your darshan, the impurities of my big dan mind remain unchanged, Guru Raya, who will then call you sandalwood? The proximity of musk, kasturi. Kasturi makes even the dust more valuable. The fragrance of flowers is transmitted to the thread which ties the garlands. This is the way of the great whosoever they come in touch with, to him they impart a part of their greatness. Cad hashes, joint cloth, and the bull Shiva made symbolic parts of himself. Therefore, these objects are praised in all quarters for the amusement of the cowherds. At Vrindavan, on the banks of the Yamuna, the Lord of the world played Dai Kala. That too has earned a recognition from wise men. Similarly, I am a sinner, but I am under your protection. Will you not redeem me, O Guru Raya, from my sinful state, worldly or spiritual? In whatever objects I seek satisfaction, I have no doubt, O Guru Raya, that you will grant me this. With your grace, control my mind. If the oceans are sweetened, there is no fear of their being salty. To make the oceans sweet, truly you have the powers. Therefore, these supplications of Das Ganu, please consider. Whatever be my shortcomings, they are all yours. You are the foremost among the spiritual masters, so do not stint while giving. Now, why should I speak more? You are of my only refuge. The child held in the mother's arms is naturally without fear. So be it this hymn of praise, O Saver, read this with love. Their desires fulfill, O Lord. Your blessings of this hymn I entreat. May the difficulties of he who recites this sincerely be word of within a year. After performing all ablutions, should this hymn be recited regularly with a pure and sincere feeling in your heart. If this be not possible, then every Thursday meditating on the Sadguru is in your mind, this hymn should be recited. If even this be not possible, then on every Ekadashi, this hymn should be read to realize the beneficial effect. One who recites this with faith will ultimately progress spiritually by the grace of Guru, who will satisfy the material desires readily and thereby deliver him from their bondage. With repeated recitations of this hymn, dull wits will be sharpened, and if perchance someone's life is short, then by recitation he will live up to 100 years. Where wealth is wanting, Kuber, the Lord of wealth, himself will come to stay. Oh, reading this hymn, this is the truth, and so it shall be. To the childless children will be born. On reciting this hymn, and the elements of one who recites this hymn will be displayed in all directions. Fear and worry will disappear. Prestige will increase. He will realize the imperishable Brahman. With the regular recitation of this hymn, regarding this hymn, who wise ones have faith in your hearts about the efficiency of this hymn and give no place to doubts and misconceptions. Go on, privilege of Shirdi. Concentrate on the lotus feet of Baba, who is the succor of the poor and the meek, the wish fulfilling tree for the devotees. It was because of the inspiration received from him that this hymn has been composed. How else could an insignificant, ignorant one like me have written it? In Sheikh 1840 is the in the bright off of the Bhadrapad month on Ganesh Chaturthi day. Monday is the second Prahar. This humble tribute of praise of Sri Sainath was completed at Maheshwara by the state bank of the Narmada near Sri Haila Devi Samadhi at Maheshwara, the famous Tirtha. The hymn was completed. Sri Sainath made me utter every word by becoming part of my mind. Peace be with you. May this humble tribute of praise to Sainath help you cross the worldly ocean. Let this be offered to Sri Harihara. Bless us, O Lord. Pundalik Varta, fulfiller of wishes, Hari Vittal. I recall Stikanda, Hail Hail Rama, Parvati Pate, Har Har Mahadev, Hail to Sri Sadguru Sainath Maharaj, Sri Sadguru Sainath. I offer this to you, bless us, O Lord. Om Sai Ram.